Could you pass me that bottle of marvellous stuff?
Is it hard work doing all that drumming behind such a loud band?
Physically it's quite demanding. The hardest thing is keeping the sweat out of my eyes, believe it or not. That's the hardest thing. It's fun, but it's not that difficult, other than if you're not feeling like 100%, it can get a bit tiring after half an hour.
Well, if you're not feeling 100%, what makes it hard is trying to make yourself feel 100%. Because
you know you should be playing better.
Because really, I don't want to sound twee or anything, or trite. Oh, it will, but it's not intended to. You do seriously feel an immense necessity to be good. And it stems from the fact that you are being paid by a lot of people to excel and to excite them. And if you know you're not doing it, I get so brought down. You know, it's amazing how just doomy you can get. You can walk off stage and literally be in tears.
Getting back to the studio thing, why we're probably a little bit on the subdued side on record is because when you're recording you find that there's one engineer and a couple of T-boys around, and it doesn't really inspire you to turn out your best. Whereas when you're on stage, you're playing to the people and they inspire you, obviously, you know. I suppose it's an ego thing, really. You like to kind of basically show them what you know, and you get really inspired. You get a real exciting thing playing with the crowd because they just turn you on.
We don't have many bad nights. In fact, since we've started, we've got on 3 fingers we've had maybe 3 bad nights. I mean, we do have a bad night. We don't fight. We just walk off, and we don't speak to each other. And the next day we go on stage. It's like that. We don't ever argue intensely. When we criticise each other, it's always polite criticism.
Yeah, you're shit, man.
It's necessary to respect each other. It's immensely necessary. Bands have broken up through lack of respect.
We spent time together socially.
This band more than this combination of Deep Purple more than any other combination. Yes.
I don't know I have, I think. But
can't help. I've spent more time with Glenn since he's been in the band than I spent with Roger in 2 years. The band has existed. I mean, Richie, Ian and myself have been together since the end of 1967.
Your The Suspect Zarathustra seems to bring a cheer, as that proves that you're a better musician when you're playing Richard Strauss than you are when you're playing John Lord.
That comes from them, because I don't think that.
That's just a change of style.
I mean, maybe you should ask a member of the audience that. I mean, I don't know. It's recognition, if you like. I mean, it's recognising a familiar thing. I put it in there because I think it works there. I love playing it as well. It's gas to play.
Works with the idea of that particular song.
I mean, the songs.
There's a space song.
There's a link. I mean, it's a tenuous.
No one thinks of it as Strauss. They think immediately 2001.
I suspected that one could prove that one was a good musician to the audience by playing classical music.
No, in actual fact, I think I could prove it better by improvising on the chord of G with him in the background. I think I can prove I'm a musician. That's what I was up there for, but I'm not up there for that. I'm not there to prove I'm a good musician. I'm up there because of, well, all sorts of things, but not that. One is because it's my job. 2 is because I love it. And 3 is because I can't do anything else.
You've done some things individually, haven't you?
They are totally individual
They're a
projects.
completely separate activity.
It's like a hobby. You've got to have something extracurricular that turns you on. Well, I have to.
And this is a job, and that's a hobby.
It's not quite as bold as that, but it's close. It's close. Yeah, it is a job.
Well, it sounds like you're not totally happy with the things that you do.
Oh, no. There's no. Just because you call it a job doesn't mean to say you don't have to be happy with it. There are men that love being centre lathe turners. In purely semantically, like out of the Oxford English Dictionary, you'd say that a painter, it was his job, right? A job is merely a word to describe what you do for your living, isn't it?
Yes, but it has the overtone.
It has the
that
connotations
it's
of
unpleasant, and
yeah.
what I'm doing it for is to have enough money to do the things that I really like doing.
Every job has its Monday morning, and ours just happens to come on Saturday night, that's all.
coming to see us.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you very much indeed. We'll see you very soon. Take care.
Do you think you've made a contribution to musical history?
Not musical history, no, I've made a contribution to social history, probably. One which will be forgotten not long after the band breaks up. But that's modern times, isn't it? I mean, certain people will remember us, you know, like I said, they say, oh yeah, I remember when I was 15 I used to be a Deep Purple fan, or when I was 21 I used to be a Deep Purple fan, or whatever. It's a history of 10 years, which will last 10 years, and that's it.
Auckland International Airport, 9 a.m, November 13. A yellow Boeing 707 freighter lumbers to a parking space on the tarmac. About the same time the plane lands, in a stadium not 10 miles from the airport, men race the clock to build a giant outdoor stage. The yellow plane's been chartered for 5 weeks by English rock band Deep Purple. Cost $250,000. $20 tons of sound gear came on the plane, including an electronics expert and 20 roadies. All these men employed by the band. Among them, a top road manager whose nickname is Magnet.
What's the biggest hassle in a thing this size, you know?
That's really hard to say. Could be anything, you know, from trucks breaking down to the stage not being big enough, you know. But we send out a rider which specifies the size of the stage needed, and usually it's pretty together. We can always make compromises ourselves, and we never have any real major problems, you know.
Do you set the band gear up yourselves?
Well, I take care of the drums, Stuart takes care of the keyboards. We've all got our own jobs, you know. In fact, each person in the band has got his own person, you know. And we've also got an English guy who doesn't actually work for the band. He works for the people who own the monitor system, and he comes over with the monitors. But as I say, everyone knows everyone else, and it makes things a lot easier that way. There's no getting to know everybody each tour, you know.
Yeah, because if you've got new guys sometimes, you know, so personalities could clash anyway, you know.
Yeah.
You know?
But we all get on really well together, and the band is amazing people to work for.
How long have you been with them?
I've been with them just over 2 years, but they really are amazing.
Oh,
Marvellous blokes Purple may well be, but not to the extent of travelling with 20 tons of luggage on a freighter. They travel in style with wives on standard flights, or have personal managers travelling with them.